First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a Appreciate you, Coach. One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Chicago Bears. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Come on, set, 50, plant. Hey, Charlie.
Check, 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 check. Check, 53's Mike. Check, 53's Mike. Here we go. Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Blue draw Corkers.
Check, check. Lucky. Hey.
On first down, it's Hubbard. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
And he'll be out right at the 35. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
Ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Check, 53's Mike. Check, 53's Mike.
From the gun, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And the pressure gets to him again. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
218, chopper. Hey, Alpha.
Here we go. 53's the Mike. 53's the Mike. Right here.
Throwing on third and long. Lawrence going. They've got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Watch the screen.
First and 10.
Operating from the gun. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Tack McKinley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
5. Hey. 5.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Taylor now returning it. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10.
Mike, 45. So don't say nothing.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Forced out to his left. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a 1st down. It's 4th. The Falcons send out their punter. Waiting for it back deep, Antonio Callaway. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Here's Hill. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
53, Mike, exit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Hey, seam 6.
Drop deep. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. That's taken in by Callaway. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. To return is Taylor. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
10. Hey, box drop.
53's the Mike. 53.
Throwing on 1st down. Lawrence, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Fair.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. Hill's hit, and he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Look at me. Zipper. Hit it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
6-6. Pull it high.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Come on, set. 15 line. 15 line.
Mike, you must be dreaming.
Bravo. He's driven.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pass incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The Bears on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Lawrence. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Jackson out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Steps away to his left. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 68 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Taylor. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Now Jackson. And an alley to run. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. This one caught by Ridley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 3rd and 5. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Jackson from the shotgun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And now look at him go. The 40. He's at the 30. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Jonas, Canova, Christian,
On first down, Lawrence. They set up the screen to Hill. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
ready.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Hey, Johnson.
Check 3. Deuce. Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
2nd and 13. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. And his kick is right there. It's good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
Let's go.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well,
that's caught inside the 20. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. On second and a couple. Jackson escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Let's take it at around the 40. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. The attempt on the dive, and he has. What a catch.
Complete to Calvin Ridley. It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Falcons 1st down.
Now Jackson on 1st down. He finds Taylor, complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Jackson. Now he'll escape to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Hill one more time. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Here we go.
Hey, echo.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Go.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. Lawrence. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 11.
The Bears on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Lawrence. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. Give him 32 on the play.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go. 70, Indy. Hey, Haywood. Fight.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return will stop right around the 25. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
The pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Taylor. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now it's Jackson. And he connects with Ertz. A good pickup there at 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. Jones has it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19. Jackson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 30 yards. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Flushed out right. And that's off the mark, incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, wahoo!
And the blitz does come. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete as well. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag.
On 4th down, Lawrence. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Nick Boyle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, let's hurry up to the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Intercepted by the Falcons. His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 29.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not because...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Tack McKinley in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now in desperation. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And it's a tremendous return as they finally...